former vice presidential candidate Sarah Palin at a rally in 2017. Bryn Anderson/ified caption toggle caption Bryn Anderson/AP Former vice presidential candidate Sarah Palin at a rally in 2017. Bryn Anderson/AP A federal judge announced Monday afternoon that he would dismiss former Alaska Governor Sarah Palin's defamation lawsuit against the New York Times, saying her legal team had failed to reach the high standards required for public figures to make their case. The case centered on a June 2017 Times editorial that Palin's attorneys argued accused her of inciting murder 6 years earlier in a mass shooting in Tucson, Arizona, that gravely wounded then-Representative Gabby Giffords. The New York Times legal team argued Palin had not shown that the paper or its former editorial page editor, James Bennett, had been motivated by actual malice, in which he would have had to have known that his characterization was false or he would have known the probability of it being false was. And with evident reluctance, U.S. District Judge Jed Rakoff embraced that reasoning, saying Palin's lawyers failed to present any such evidence against Bennett, who had inserted the problematic language in the article. The Times attorneys filed their motion before Rakoff turned the trial over to the jury, which began deliberations Monday. The judge said he would wait to formally dismiss the case until after the jury's verdict so an appellate court could consider its findings. In full knowledge Palin would appeal his ruling. Ms. Palin was subjected to an ultimately unsupported and very serious allegation that Mr. Bennett chose to revis. So I don't mean to be misunderstood. I think this is an example of very unfortunate editorializing on the part of the Times. But, he said, his role was not to evaluate. My job is to apply the law, Rakoff continued. The law here sets a very high standard for actual malice, and to this case, the court finds that that standard has not been met. Rakoff had initially dismissed Palin's suit, but it was reinstated by an appeals court that directed him to reconsider. The 4.5-year process led to the trial that wrapped up closing arguments on Friday. Palin's attorneys could not be reached immediately for comment. Rakoff repeatedly admonished the jury not to consume any media coverage or social media commentary of the case, and not to speak to anyone about the case outside the jury's meeting room. They broke off their deliberations late Monday afternoon and were to pick back up Tuesday morning unaware. The judge's decision, however, made headlines around the world. First Amendment attorneys hail the judge's decision. The ruling is reassuring, says Eve Burton, the chief legal officer for the Hearst Corporation.